Hi, it's Elvire. Thanks for tuning in. We're approaching the end of the year. Today is the 29th of December, and I believe this is a good time to reflect on the previous year. The previous year was 2013, and I think it's good to make up the score to see what you have accomplished. What did you set out to do and what have you accomplished? And then look forward, or actually also do an inventory of where you are and what you want to improve about yourself. Because you know what? We're always open for improvement. We're never perfect. We're never get it done in this lifetime. So anything we can do to improve ourselves, that will help us not only in our business, but in our personal life, because you know what, your personal life is reflected in your business. I like to live by some rules, some ideas, some suggestions that Dr. Napoleon Hill has written in his famous book, Think and Grow Rich. It is a book that I have been reading for many years, actually for a couple of decades, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I keep learning new things from the book. So I'm going to give you here in the blog a free download, a PDF download of the book. For those of you who don't own it, please download it and read it. It's really good. And for those who already have it, well, you know what? Maybe you can pass this copy on. So I want to just highlight a couple of things in the book which I think are so important to get ready for the new year, to reflect on the last year. And first and foremost, in the chapter of desire, which is in the beginning, it's chapter number 1, Napoleon Hill gives actually the formula to transmute your desire into a financial equivalent. He gives those points, and I would suggest just look at them. They're very simple. Yes, of course, they need some thinking, but it's very, very good the way he's written it down, and you get to know yourself a little bit. Then there is an important chapter. It's on persistence. Basically, all the chapters are important. Let's just face it. There's just 13 chapters which are amazing. But the chapter of persistence has some checkpoints for you as well to look at. How is my persistence? He gives the 8 factors of persistence. Well, read through them and check yourself off. Do I have that? Don't I have that? Could I improve there? He also gives the 16 symptoms of the lack of persistence. Where does that come from? Just check again with yourself. And then he gives you a 4-step formula to follow to create or to boost your persistence. Because so many famous and successful people have been asked, like, what did you do? What did it take? And really, 99 out of 100 said, you know what? My success came one step after I almost decided to give up. The persistence. I just kept going because I knew that it was going to work. I just kept going, kept going. It's also famously highlighted in the book 3 Feet from Gold, which Napoleon Hill also highlights in the beginning, or writes about in the beginning of Think and Grow Rich, how some gold digger in the gold rush time just did not find a long enough vein for gold. And well, you got to read the story. It's a very interesting story. There is a chapter on organized planning. Fantastic. It's a long chapter, but just look at the 30 major causes of failure and check it off for yourself. Am I yes? Am I no? How does this feel about me? And then the epilogue, way in the back of the book, there are 60 self-analysis questions that you may want to take yourself through. And then another 57 alibis that we humans use to excuse our failure or our not succeeding yet away. So I wanted to give that to you so that you have a little bit of a, where shall I go from here? Go through that book. It is a fantastic book. And if you're excited about it, and if you really want to stay in the atmosphere, in the energy of the book, I'm giving you the telephone number for a mastermind call that I invite you to come on to. It's Monday through Friday. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's fantastic. It's a 1-hour call. It's been going on for 3 years. And there are between 400 to 600 people on that call live. And there's also a recording. But you will read that in my blog. Have a look at my blog. And, if there's anything that you see there, please let me know. If you're interested in anything more than what I'm giving you in the blog, I would like to round off here, to finish off with just reading this little poem in Napoleon Hill's book, which is a famous one. And it's a poem called My Wage. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is just an employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. In other words, you determine what you are worth. So with that, I encourage you to go through the book, go through the questions, and discover who you are as far as these questions are concerned. And if you've done them, you know more than 90% of the population about themselves. So it's really worth it. So I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Please look below in my blog, and if you want to make some changes in your life as far as earning some extra money on a monthly basis, I can help you with that. I'd love to show you what possibilities there are for you with my team and the company that I work for. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you're going to have a great start of the new year 2014. Be well, be prosperous.